Welcome back to the Roar Radio Breakfast Show with your hosts, Ian Story and James Langford. Roar FM, FM. Roar FM.
Good morning, Mr. Langford. How are you?
I'm just enjoying that. I feel really relaxed.
Yeah, the sounds of India, because today is India Republic Day. So a very happy India Republic Day to all of our students, teachers, parents and families from our Indian community, and anyone who, of course, has ever been to that wonderful country. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm really enjoying this. It's the Morning Raga by Ravi Shankar, and actually, can you imagine this really old piece of music from the 1950s? He recorded this.
I can't believe Ravi Shankar's been going that long, actually.
It's absolutely fantastic. His daughter's also a musician, actually on the A-level music syllabus, Anushka Shankar. Very talented family. But yeah, happy India Day, everybody. It's time for the headlines, Mr. Story.
It is indeed. It is Thursday, the 26th of January, 2023. The time is 8:23, and it is time for your headlines. So, did you get your haggis, bagpipes and tartan ready? And of course, your tatties and neeps? Well, the Scottish National Day was celebrated yesterday, celebrating the life and work of Robert Burns, a famous poet who was known all over the world. Now, Burns Night is often celebrated with a Burns Supper, which usually includes haggis. We'll talk more about that later. Neeps and tatties. And haggis, it's a little bit like a crumbly sausage. And neeps are better known as turnips or swedes. Of course, tatties are potatoes. And during the supper, parts of Burns' poetry is recited. And it's called Addressing the Haggis. And it involves bagpipes as well.
That was my appetite, to be honest.
Yeah. So the spinning core, the center of the Earth, may have started to rotate in the opposite direction, say scientists.
Are we going to be safe?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm going to read on and let you know, because what does that mean and why does it matter? Well, our planet's structure consists of three main parts, which is the crust, otherwise known as the planet's surface, mantle, and core. If you imagine it as being a little bit like an egg, the Earth's crust is like the shell, and its mantle a thick layer of rock, which is like the egg white, and the core is like the yolk. So the inner core is as hot as the surface of the sun and is the hottest part of the Earth. It's so deep within the center of the Earth that it's under so much pressure that even though it's very, very hot, it's a solid ball of metal. Previous research has shown that the planet's inner core is separated from the rest of the Earth by a liquid metal outer core, meaning it can spin independently and not necessarily in sync with the rest of the planet. I think we're safe, but I have to say, I didn't understand all of that. Because
I think that's a good thing, isn't it? They know what they're doing, the scientists. I think I always trust the scientists.
Yes. Now, in 1788, Captain Arthur Phillip and British colonists hoisted the Union flag at Sydney Cove in New South Wales. Now, Today, we are celebrating Australia Day, again on the 26th of January. So despite its challenges, Australia is a country worth celebrating, according to their Governor-General. Racing ferries, a 21-gun salute, and protests mark Australia Day. So whether through celebration, commemoration, or protest, millions of people across the nation will mark the 235th anniversary of Captain Arthur Phillip landing at Sydney Cove. And since that day, made stronger by the ongoing history, traditions, and culture of Indigenous people, Australia has become a country to be proud of. And again, a very happy Australia Day to all of our Australian community. And we have a didgeridoo going on in the background. Is it time for the weather now, Mr.?
It is time for the weather. It's definitely not Australian weather outside. It's cloudy today in Moscow. We've got about -3 at the moment, and it's going to climb up to, wait for it, -2 a little bit later. So do wrap up warm. Lots of special days today, Mr. Story, aren't there?
There are indeed. Yeah, there's loads going on. So to get you all moving, this is Lionheart by Tom Grennan.
It's 29 minutes past 8. You're listening to Raw Radio from the International School of Moscow. It's Thursday, the 26th of January. Are there any birthdays today, Mr. Story?
No, I don't think so, Mr. Langford.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so. I think on our script it says that there are no birthdays, so we can probably move on.
I don't think we can move on now. Do you know, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Story's just told a blatant lie live on Raw Radio this morning, because there is a birthday today, isn't there, Mr. Story?
Yes, okay, there is, yes.
He's owned up. Whose birthday is it, Mr. Story?
It's mine, Mr. Langford. It is.
I'm sorry. So here we go, live on Raw Radio. It's great. It's we've fallen on the 26th of January. Which year was it? 1940? No, what was?
Careful. We were friends.
Okay, everyone. I'd like you all to join in wherever you're in the classroom. We're going to do. We haven't done a live happy birthday for ages, but we're going to do a live happy birthday to Mr. Story, our head of Upper Campus and the secondary school. So here we go. You ready? You ready for this? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Story. Happy birthday to you. Anyway, we all wish you a fantastic day, and I hope you enjoy your celebrations.
I will. Thank you very much.
There you go.
That's very, very nice of you.
Hope you all joined in. So, we've also
to celebrate.
We've got a lot to celebrate, haven't we? There's a lot of things going on. And we've got the talent contest coming up the 9th of February. And just a quick reminder, our primary school students, next week in music lessons, it's your turn. It's your chance to audition to make the final. And I hope you will. I know lots of you have. And if you're in year 7 to year 9, you've got today's PSHE lesson. If you would like to audition, you are allowed to pop up to music to audition to make the final, and the same thing next Thursday in PSHE too. There's loads of sports events coming up, isn't there, as well, Mr. Story?
There is, yeah. And I think year 5 and 6, are they rehearsing, are they auditioning in their music lessons? Is that right?
That's correct. They're going to be doing some part of the music lessons. They're going to have a chance to audition. So year 5 and year 6, next week, you need to be ready to show me what you would like to, the talent that you have and what you'd like to put forward to see if you can make the final and win the prestigious trophy.
That's good. And on Saturday, we have a basketball tournament off-site. It's the Moscow Inter-School Basketball event, which is being hosted by the International School of Moscow, thanks to Mr. Beatty and his team. And of course, we want to make sure that we bring those trophies home. So I hope nobody touches it. Don't touch that ball.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. My music hits me so hard, makes me say, oh my Lord, thank you for blessing me. What am I to rhyme and do like me? It feels good when you know you're down. A super dope homeboy from the Oak Town, and I'm known as such, and this is a beat you can't touch. I told you, homeboy, you can't touch this. Yeah, that's how we living, and you know you can't touch this. Look in my eyes, man, you can't touch this. Yo, let me bust the funky lyrics. Fresh new kicks and bands, you got it like that. Now you know you wanna dance, so move out of your seat and get a fire girl and catch this beat while it's rolling. Hold on, pump a little bit and let the noise go on like that, like that. Hold on a minute, just don't fall on back. Let them know that you're too much, and this is a beat they can't touch. Yo, I told you, you can't touch this. Why you standing there, man? You can't touch this. Yo, sound the bell, school is in, sucker. You can't touch this. Give me a song or rhythm, making them sweat. That's what I'm giving them now. They know. You talk about the hammer, you're talking about a show that's hyped and tight. Singles are sweating so fast, them a whiteboard tape. To learn what's it gonna take in the 90s to run the charts. Legit. Either work hard or you might as well quit. That's word because you know you can't touch this. You can't touch this. Break it down. Stop. Hammer time. Go with the flow. It is said if you can't groove this, then you probably are dead. So wave your hands in the air. Bust a few moves. Run your fingers through your hair. This is it. For a winner, dance to this, and you're gonna get there. The move. Slide your rump. Just for a minute, let's all do the bump.
Yeah, that was MC Hammer with You Can't Touch This. It is 8:35 on Thursday, the 26th of January. You are listening to Raw Radio. breakfast show for ISM, serving our Krlatska and Rysinka campuses and all of our listeners around the world, including my mum.
Yes.
There we go.
It's time for some facts, isn't it? We've got a couple of happy birthdays, Mr. Story, from Miss Anzarova and from Mr. Drake. Some nice wishes coming through. It's great to see so many people tuned in. And just remember, if you want to get involved with Raw, you want to host a show, just reach out to us here. Time for some facts before our final song.
So the first car in Antarctica didn't work because it kept overheating.
Now, a thirsty camel can drink a pint in 3.25 seconds.
I have a mate from university who could do that. Now, goats are accepted at schools in Zimbabwe in lieu of tuition fees.
Oh, wow. Do you think that'll work here?
No.
Any song played on the radio in the 1940s had to have the whole band present in the studio.
Wow. Now, in 1340, English King Edward III proclaimed King of France.
In 1697, on this day, Isaac Newton receives the Jean Bernoulli 6-month time limit problem. But he actually solved that problem before going to bed that same night.
He was a clever fella, was Isaac. Now, in 1887, ground is broken and construction begins on the Eiffel Tower in Paris, France.
And on this day in 1961, Are You Lonesome Tonight was #1, and that was by the king, Elvis Presley.
Now, in 1926, on this day, John Logie Baird demonstrated the first working television. And it's a shame it never took off, but there you go. Now, we are at the end of our show, Mr. Langford.
We are.
So it's been an absolute pleasure. And thank you so much for my birthday messages and my birthday.
I hope you have a lovely day, Mr. Story, and a lovely evening. I'm going to leave you guys with Aha. Not Take On Me, but The Sun Always Shines on TV.
Have a great day, everyone. See you next week.
The sun always shines on TV. Only you, close to your